Good morning, folks. Good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We're North Georgia's only live online morning show. Will you give me 10 seconds? Go to card for 10 seconds, just 10 seconds. Folks, I can explain. There's a monitor across the room that sometimes I need to read. I need to see what's on the screen. I forgot to turn the monitor on. I apologize, but hey, I just got to tell you, 42 degrees. We like that. Start out 42 degrees. 8:01 this morning in Ellijay, Georgia, North Georgia. I'm your host, BKP. Tell them how they can contact the show. Right there you have all the information. You can contact the show, social media contact. Now, I want to get right in. I got to move because at 8:30 it's Carla's Corner, then tax tips with Beth Bennett, and then we usually come back about 9:20 to round out the show. So if you know and you want some more political discussion, whether you agree with me or not, and that's why that phone number's there. Text me and tell me. But we usually come back about 9:20, 9:25, round out the show to 10 o'clock with more political discussion. So I got to get into some things real quick. I'm going to break. I'm going to give you some information of some change, a change that's going to be made here, or something we're going to add, or changes. Josh doesn't even know this. He's sitting over there. Oh, no. They get nervous around here, folks. I come in the morning, every day, whole new burst of energy saying, we're going to start doing this. And they're always wondering, oh, when we get there, what is he going to say today? All right, I want to get right into this because I think I figured something out. I could be wrong. Lord, there's a stretch. But I may be if this takes place, there's a chance. Now, I will bet. Now, I only bet $2 at a time. I'm not one of those guys that bet a lot of money. And I can't say I've never bet on anything. Okay? But I'm $2. I got $2 on this, all right? All right. I think I'll be the first in America to say this today. Others may say something close to it, but they won't touch where I'm going with it. The Democrats, every day, whether you like it or not, okay, there's a lot of backlash with Fox News right now. We'll get into that later. But the Democrats have infiltrated everything you touch right now. I don't care. But touch, that's kind of like pushing it. You know what I'm saying, though, okay? From your news networks to every single thing you touch, the Democrats have infiltrated, and the media is eating up with their 2020 Democrat primary. They're loving every minute of this, okay? Will Joe get in, all right? Now, that being said, Joe Biden, I want to go straight to this, all right? Number 14. Joe Biden, all right, may get in the race. Joe Biden tells supporters he plans 2020 bid. Now, I'm saying he may get in, all right? A politician's not in the race until they're in the race. It's just like, I'm not going to bring the guy's name up, but there's a guy saying, hey, I feel he may run in the 7th District of Georgia. And he says, no, I'm not running in the 7th. I've made a decision. And I talked to somebody the other day, and I said, I think so-and-so will run in the 7th District. Well, he said he's not going to. And I said, oh, yeah, when's the last time you heard a politician say something and then not do it? Joe says he's getting in. His supporters say he's planning it. And what have they been doing? What are they waiting on? Now, I don't want to bore you, but in the old days, okay, the old days, there was the fun. When I was a child, it wasn't going to the circus that was so much fun. It wasn't going to the fair, county fair. No! The fun we had as a child was knowing that at the convention is when they would reveal their vice presidential running mate. That was all the fun when we were kids. Okay? You would go to the convention, and everybody would wonder, and then they would get in the smoke-filled room. You can't have this conversation without saying smoke-filled room. Hey, get in the smoke-filled room. That is when Ronald Reagan was told by the establishment, we'll let you run, we'll let you win, we'll support you, but George H. will be your man. And he went with it. Let's not go there. We love our Reagan here. You love Ronald Reagan. Yes. I went to the Reagan Library. I love the guy. Anyhow, but we waited for that convention. And then some norms started to crack. Okay? We had, John McCain went early. He went early with Sarah Palin. We can give a whole list of who went early. Okay? But we have the 3 or 4 days that in the primary, Ted Cruz, right? Carly Federini, whatever her name is, Carly. About 3 or 4 days, she was his running mate. The primary was not over. So Cruz is the first one to say, Ted Cruz, senator from Texas, this is my running mate. Okay? This is my running. If I go to the convention, if I win the nomination, go to the convention, in the general election, this will be my running mate. First to do that in the primary. Now there's talk that Smoking Joe plugs Biden. Rush, thank you for saying plugs years ago. Tells supporters he plans 2020. But there's a lot of talk about this. Now, I don't have the big time to go into all the details. You can research, and it's going to come out. If he gets in the race, it's going to come out, okay? All the talk is that he may go with number 1, okay? And who is number 1? Number 1! I'm sorry. I'm in a great mood. Who is he? Oh my God! Sister put a hot comb in that hair. All right, he may go with Stacey Abrams. Now, Stacey Abrams is a failed candidate. Don't you love the Democrats dust him off? I mean, in Florida, Andrew Gilliam is determined to put 1 million new voters in Florida, Democrat voters, to overtake, and we got to pay attention to that, overtake the Republicans in Florida. And now Francis O'Rourke, Beto, is dancing somewhere today. Dances on a table, It's sad that the guy's got to dance on a table to get campaign contribution. What's her name? Gillibrand up there in New York, she's pumping iron, hoping you'll give her $1 for every time she does this, because she has to have so much money raised before she can qualify to get on the debate stage. All of that spun around. Don't you love how Democrats dust off failed candidates and pick them right back up? I mean, isn't it great? Get up here. Why, you failed, but you're the little or big engine that could. So, wait a minute. Wait for it. So, there's talk that failed Democrat gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams may be Biden's running mate. They've had some talks. Okay? So, Axios, the one big thing. One big thing in Axios, number 15. Don't have time to tell you who Axios is. One big thing, Biden advisors debate upfront VP choice. And who would that be? Sister, right there. Sister from Georgia. Going to be on there with Biden. I mean, they are going to have, I can't go there. I'm trying to be serious. All right, so anyhow, this is the one big thing. Sorry about that. Let me turn that down. Sometimes I forget to turn my volume off here, but we'll do that right now. So here it is. They're debating. Now, why will Joe possibly get in the race and break all the norms, and do what? Pick a vice presidential candidate right from the beginning. Why? Some have talked about it. The campaign, I won't hang this out. The other candidates are going all over the place talking about it. What they would do. Joe may make the first move in what? Wait for it. reparations. So you waited all that for me to say reparations. No, not because she's black, not because she is a woman, not because she's a Democrat, a progressive, okay? They will come out, if they do, this is an if, I want to be up front on this. I want to be out there in front. I want to know who's talking about it. I would love to find out if anybody goes this direction with me anywhere throughout the day. Joe Biden needs reparations for himself and his background. Period. Now, this could bring him an answer for all the old Joe, old smoking Joe, back in the day when he was riding the train, okay? Back in the day when he didn't have all the Secret Service around him. Back in the day when he didn't exactly support everything progressives did, and he has some splaining to do. They call it Anita Hill. So he has a progressive, all right, credibility problem, a little bit. She is a big time, not big, I'm not using the reference big for any other reason. She is a big, big, big time progressive. Take it as you want. She is black, she is a woman. Brings Joe all the reparations he needs. If this lady right here becomes his running, if, okay, because this is the whole thing, this is on Axios, Joe might come out of the box, okay? Now everybody's going to say he's bringing her on board to win Georgia. Hey, that's not bad. I mean, Joe Biden goes to Pennsylvania. He stays in Pennsylvania. We don't want him in Georgia. He'll make stops here. Okay, he'll go to Florida. But Joe Biden goes to Pennsylvania, and he goes to Ohio, and he goes to Wisconsin and Michigan, and he really goes through the Rust Belt. It says he was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. He loves to go up there and say he was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Okay? Now, Donald Trump won Scranton. You got to pay attention. Scranton, Wilkesboro, Western PA, Donald Trump racked up. So he's going to go up there and tell people how much he was born in Scranton, Pennsylvania. She can bring the African American, is what they may be thinking. She could really put the pressure on Georgia. She could actually get with Andrew Gillum, another failed candidate in Florida, and maybe do some things in Florida that Joe Biden can't do. And Joe's what, 77 years old? I don't know, 77? Now, I will tell you this. You need to know up front. This is prediction morning, okay? Don't get mad at me. I'm not saying Joe Biden will win and beat the president of the United States. I'm just looking at this way. Joe's what, 77. I think one is 77, one's 78. Bernie, and I thought Candace had a great line yesterday when she said, I think Bernie Sanders, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about Candace. She said, I'm giving it away. She said, I think Bernie Sanders combs his hair with a balloon. I thought that was hilarious, right? So 176, 177, all right? Let's just say Joe's 76. So if he was to win, chill, he would be 80. My prediction, if he takes this woman on immediately, if they announce together, Joe changes all the rules. But I know why. Joe needs reparations. He needs to do reparations. Kamala Harris is saying reparations. Elizabeth Warren saying reparations, especially to the Native Americans that she treated so bad in this country. What's his name is saying reparations. Spartacus. They're all running around reparations. The true reparations is Joe Biden picking her because you have the time. I don't. Do the background on Joe Biden. Okay? There's reasons why when Joe Biden ran, he could never get over from 1 to 5%. I don't think he ever hit 5. Okay? All right? There's a reason why his third run has to be different. All right? That's all there is to it. It has to be different. Reparations, and the other thing I want to say before I go, if he picks her from the front to run with Stacey Abrams as his running mate, the gay and lesbian. Oh, I know you're upset with me now, right? Really, the gay and lesbian vote, period, okay? Now, not that the Democrats don't have it, but you need to understand. Well, when I say you need to understand, I know people don't like it when I say that. However you may take this, okay, there's several, that wasn't the way to bring that. There's probably a lot of gay and lesbian voters in the United States of America. Oh, I'm supposed to say LGBTQ community. Okay, I'll say that if you like that better. But there's several that probably own businesses. There's several that probably feel that the businesses that they own, that Trump's administration is more conducive to business, regulation, cutting regulations, cutting this, cutting that, getting red tape out of the way to operate their business. Because let me tell you something, whether you believe me or not this morning, and I think I'm on a good roll here, if you feel the LGBTQ community will have a backlash like you would not believe if the heartbeat bill is passed in Georgia, no way. They talk about it. The reason they left California, folks, for Georgia is tax abatements, tax deals, and Georgia conducive to business to where the red tape was cut and they can make millions that they would have had to give California in taxes. California in Hollywood, the Hollywood out there on the coast, they what? They gay rights, every single thing the LGBT community could ask for and feel they need in California, they had. But one thing, a state that was conducive to doing business with a tax structure that was way out of whack. So they loaded up their hill, they loaded up the truck, Jed Clampett, and they didn't go to Beverly. They went to Georgia, and they brought them all over here to Georgia. And every single time we do a RIFA or the heartbeat bill and they start screaming, companies are deciding to go, they will not. Companies choose, period. Transportation, close to transportation, good housing, good schools, but right at the top of the list, companies, no matter how gay they are, choose where to go based on tax structure and the ability to do business without government in their front door. So don't go there. So she will be good for the LGBTQ community, for Joe, all right? And here's the last thing, and I'll end this because I got a couple more things with the Joe Biden and Stacey Abrams, all right? I will bet if this happens, a lot of smoke around it, she is getting a deal he will only be there for one term. He's 70, so he'd be 80. Joe's not running 2 terms if he could win. I know you just said, well, that has to mean he wins. No, I don't think he'll win. I'm just saying it's the deal he's going to make her. That's why she's interested. The deal he will make her is, I will run 1 term. I become president, you become vice president. I will choose not to run a 2nd term, and that will give you the platform like you would not believe. You could be our second. Just saying. That's my take on that. Reparations. You look it up. Joe Biden has a history that Democrats he's scared of coming out, and he hopes he can do the reparations and squash it with this one pick. LGBTQ community, African American, black, women, I don't know. The list goes on. Joe thinks this fits the bill of saying, but I'm sorry and I proved it. All right, and the rest of them are like really jacked because they're offering reparations. Number 2, folks, there's a major takeover of Fox News. I know what you're thinking. But there's a lot of backlash. And they are setting Fox News up to be the last network. and give Democrats a reason to come on Fox News. I'm just telling you, there's a major backlash, and I've always told you, do not put your faith in Fox News. Let me give you, I do not care about Kellyanne Conway's husband this morning. I do not care that Donald Trump went out and said he didn't like John McCain. I do not care about any of that stuff this morning. I want to stay focused. Two other things we're going to talk about 9:20. We're going to get a little deeper on these two subjects right here. Number 19. I'm going to tell you what I really think of Johnny Isakson today, because that makes people nervous. Oh no, you can't talk about Johnny. I'm going to talk about Johnny about 9:20 this morning. I think Johnny needs to retire and come home. Period. Johnny, you need to retire and come home while you have a chance for the Republicans in Georgia to come together and thank you for your service. Don't turn into John McCain and stay too long. I will explain what I mean by that. Here's the other one. Okay, number 20. We're going to talk about this. What's her name there? What can you pronounce her name? The New Zealand Prime Minister there. It's on the bottom left. New Zealand Prime Minister. Can you pronounce that for me?
Looks like Jacinda Ardern.
Jacinda Ardern, right? Ardern. Jacinda Ardern. New Zealand Prime Minister. New Zealand Prime Minister bans assault rifles. Big. Now, your media today in America is talking about why do we keep having these mass shootings and white supremacists and this and that, and we can't do what? Gun control. Oh, sensible, logical. Oh, there was a song like that. Ari, what was her name? Why we can't do logical, sensible, rational gun control. Why we can't in America. New Zealand, they're bragging this morning on the news. This is CNN, 5 a.m., right, or 4 a.m., right out of the box. Very first thing this morning, CNN is talking about 1 week after. And they put the tone. 1 week. Just 1 week after. And they make the facial expressions and everything on CNN. Like, I should record that so you could see. Excuse me, a little dry on the palate there. But you could see yourself, one week after this mass shooting, New Zealand acts on sensible, logical, reasonable gun control. They're going to do a buyback. First of all, by the end of the week, it's against the law. Period. Against the law. Snatch your guns that fast. Not asking who you are, why you have. No, they snatching them that fast in 1 week. If you don't think you could see a government snatch your guns, you just found one right there, and the left is, they are just so excited over this. I mean, they're all excited. Because this will prove a government could do logical, sensible gun control. 1 week. And the guns they snatching, they'll buy them back from you. And they're illegal. Okay? As of the end of the week, my understanding, they are illegal. If you own these guns in New Zealand, you are breaking the law. And you are told to turn them in, and they'll buy them back. They won't make you lose your money, but you got to think about it, folks. Now, I understand the massacre in the mosque, and I'm not making light of it, and I understand all that, and okay, I get it. All right? But think of this picture. Put your guns in your hand like this. I'm serious. Think of this. It happened. You look at, don't tell me I'm crazy, look at what happened. Think of it like this, and the line, and they put out this week in New Zealand, come to this place, exchange your gun. So there's some people set up at a table, and you come like this, and you say, here's my gun, Mr. Government. Okay, here's the serial number, your name, everything. Okay, we have down you turned in this assault weapon. Okay, move over there, here's your voucher, and they will pay you for it. in a line. Imagine a line doing that. Imagine that coming to America soon. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back. And it's going to be time for, let me make sure I don't have any messages. All right. It's going to be time for Carla's Corner. That's who it is. Carla's Corner. Right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead. We're all about truck discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $14,000 off new Silverados or up to $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. The new truck inventory is huge, but the discounts are even bigger with thousands in savings guaranteed. So when you think trucks, think Days Chevrolet in Jasper, the North Georgia Mountain's #1 volume Chevy dealer, where new Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Hey, good morning. It's time for Carla's Corner, and let's have fun. I told you last week I want to write a song to come in. Now, you don't have to sing it with me.
No.
But I want to write a song. Let's have fun. Because we have fun. Let's have fun. I'll write it this week. You good with that? I want an intro. I just don't want to come in and boom, there we are. I want to sing a nice little song for the audience. And it's her corner, and she comes in. You know what? You need to start drinking your coffee earlier in the morning. You have to. You got to pick it up. You got to have the energy. You got to have it when you get here. Good morning, folks. It's time for Carla's Corner. Sometimes they just worry about me. I'm glad you worry. How are you today?
Good.
You know what? You guys had some really, really, really big things happening in the past week. I know you got things happening coming up, but I want to tell you what outside looking in and our staff being there, what a success that ribbon cutting was for Downtown Welcome Center in Ellijay for the Gilmer Chamber. That was awesome. The picture, that when they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, the pictures of that, I mean, Lonnie did an outstanding job writing it up. He did a great job. Lisa was there.
Have you shared that post yet? Because I haven't seen it.
Huh? Well, I don't know what, I don't know what Lonnie does. I just know he was there and he did an outstanding job. And
I've been waiting for it to drop because I wanted to share it.
Really?
Yeah.
Waiting for it to drop?
Yeah.
Is that what they're saying? Is that what they say? You're schooling me here. So when things happen, we're waiting for it to drop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I had seen. Hold on, let me go to the other one. Y'all got too many.
Just chill. We'll wait right now. Let's move along.
Well, I wanted to see it. I haven't seen anything yet.
All right. Anyhow, we're waiting for it to drop.
I shared the pictures that I think Lisa posted.
Yes. And you guys brought in the big fish for this. Oh, I'm going to be in trouble. I mean, maybe somebody doesn't want to be called the big fish, but
Don't call people fish.
Why not? I mean, you got the. It's like when you're fishing.
Isn't there some Yankee term about swimming with the fishes, and that's like a bad thing?
if you're fishing, which I don't know all the term, and you hook one, is that what it's called? You hook one and you reel it in, is that what it's called? And you get it over the edge, right? No, I'm joking. I'm having fun. And then you get the fish in a boat, and you look and say, "That's my fish." So what you do is you take the fish.
He's like, "That's my fish." Charlie's like, "This is my fish. My fish would eat your fish."
No, wait a minute. You don't steal my line. So you pull the fish in the boat, and you say, "God, this is my fish," and you throw it back. And if you're a good fisherman, right, or woman, or whatever you want to call it,
angler.
Oh my God! So you say, "This is my fish." You throw it back, and then you lie about it. You say,
no, what you do is you hold the fish like really close to the camera and you take a picture so it looks super big.
Is that what you do?
That's how you...
Okay, let's get back to what started all this. But then if you bring the big fish in the boat, you're like, wow. So anyhow, so you guys brought in the big fish. Anyhow, Speaker of the House was there. Mm-hmm. Speaker David Ralston of Georgia was there. You guys had all the, you had the commission there. You had all the...
See, I appreciate all of our leaders in our community. And I think over the last couple of years, and I know you still get in awe of everything, but over the last couple...
I get in awe of everything?
Yeah. So over the last couple of years, they're just people to me. Like, I appreciate them. I want them. And I think sometimes they want to be seen as people, and just...
I'm looking at it from supporting the community. It's
do.
not in awe. I don't get in awe. I will explain to you later what I get in awe of.
I had some very small moments that I was super proud of for that event. A couple of
some old school chamber, and I know they're upset now that they think I just called them old. I did not, but some old school chamber presidents and chair and members came. So it was packed. So
yeah, we had. So one of my winning moments was Miss Brenda Davis, who was a past president.
I was hoping you would go there
of the chamber.
And I did not call you old school. All right, please.
20-something years. She has two daughters who are very active, both ambassadors with our chamber. But when we were doing the 40th anniversary, I would look back at all these pictures of her and the girls, and they're at the chamber, and they're doing the Apple Festival, and her kids are part of the chamber just as much as she was. And I had, I clicked with that because
I know where you're going, man.
So anyway, it was very important to me that we represent her time in that building and show that. Well, so I had this huge picture of her standing in front of the building with her tourist welcome center sign, and I didn't do it intentionally, but I had put it in this room, and her daughters brought her in there, and they said that was where her desk was. Like, I had no clue that I'd put it where her actual desk was. But anyway, that was a big win for me to have her there and have them there. Was that an
emotional moment?
It was, I think, for them. I was very happy that she came and that she got to see that and was part of that day. That was a big win for me. And then John Marshall, which you talk about, I guess y'all are like BFFs now.
I like. What's with you? I like Mr. Marshall. I like
Mr. Marshall
right,
too.
But I mean, all right, go right ahead.
Anyway, he has this gentleman that works for him to help with managing all his properties and stuff like that. His name's Video, and he showed up with his family, and that just plumb tickled me because he's done so much work on that building to help us. Like right before the ribbon cutting, he weed-eated it. He helped put the stakes in the ground so we could hang the banner. Just little things, but just having him there, because sometimes it's the little people that help big events. Mm-hmm. but they never get recognized, or they don't come and
I
see
agree,
what it
I
was all
agree, I
for.
agree.
And so those were big wins for me. That was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And the number of downtown merchants that came, that really shocked me too. Like I hoped, but I was very excited that they came. So
You know the breaking news this morning?
which one?
The breaking news this morning is we all find out what tickles you.
Lots of things tickle me.
Do you say that? Like,
Yeah.
that tickles me? Okay.
I do say that.
What's
What's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that at all. I love everything about that.
And
tickled me.
it plum tickled me.
No, you didn't go. You
didn't say
you
that.
did. That's almost like double dog dare. You upped it.
It plum tickled me.
Okay, so we are talking, folks, about the new downtown Welcome Center, Gilmer Chamber, downtown LJ Welcome Center, right on the
Do we have to change
square.
our ending now to recognize both welcome centers?
I will handle that.
Okay.
I got it.
I wasn't sure if we were going to do that.
I got it. Wait till the end. I'm going to try to pull off something really smooth.
So those
on
of you that don't know where the downtown welcome center is, I know he's going to mention it again. But did you hear us play downtown?
No, I did not.
We did. We played the song anyway.
Okay.
It's our hours right now until we get a little bit more into the busier season. We're open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday 10 to 4, and Saturday 8 to 4. And we want to keep those hours through the farmers market, which will start the last Saturday in April 27th, I believe it is. And that will also be the Earth Day celebration. So we'll be open at 8 a.m. to host people for the farmers market and host everybody downtown. We're just excited to be downtown. I think having those rockers on the porch where you can sit and rock, it's really awesome. So we're really excited about that.
And that's really great. And we double right. We right on the back of that was St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
And I know on our Facebook page, and all over, many of you took a lot of pictures, but on our Facebook page, Fetch Your News Facebook page, Lonnie again went down there and took a lot of pictures. It was great. St. Patrick's Day. Little chilly Saturday morning, but it was clear. I mean, I can handle it. I can handle.
You dressed appropriately.
Right.
It
It was a beautiful Saturday morning. So I don't want to say moving right along, but and what time we have left? We have some things coming up we need to discuss.
We do. So yesterday was the first day of spring. I almost posted this picture of our little peoples, our Bitmojis under this like
So can
flower.
I wear? You know what? You know what I'm waiting for. You know what? I know I just interrupted you. That was very rude. But when you said first day of spring,
I think we're all used to it by now.
are we? When you said first day of spring, you know what? I have a white jacket that I love. I have an orange shirt.
I thought it was peach, like a pinky peach.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
I have an orange shirt. Okay.
It's like a peachy pink.
Can I finish?
Whatever.
I have a white jacket. No, you have not seen this shirt.
Oh, I've seen you wear a peachy pink shirt.
Peach.
Oh, what about the white one with the stripes? Oh no, that's the jacket. You have a jacket that's got blue stripes.
That's called seersucker. Okay. You're really starting to. Are my
You can do it to me,
folks
but I
out
can't
there?
do it
Are
to
my
you.
huh?
You can do it to me, but I can't do it to you.
Exactly. So let's get off the. Look here, Gracie. Let's get off the peach. Okay. Don't say peach again, please. I'm asking you nicely. So I have a white jacket and an orange shirt. Okay.
All I can see is like a little peach emoji in my head now.
So I have a white jacket. The people out there want to hear this. I have a white jacket and an orange shirt. When you said first day of spring, last year I love getting my orange shirt out. It's got that tropical look to it. Getting that orange shirt out and my white jacket. And I put that on last year on a Friday show. I do a Friday show on location. And I put it on for the first time. And one of our viewers, which I still love you, we still communicate, sent me a message and said, "Oh, now I know what a human creamsicle looks like." That was mean, wasn't it? But that was worth staying for, right? You don't know what a creamsicle is?
Yeah, but speaking of creamsicles,
forget it, folks. I can only work with the talent they bring in.
I had to plug this.
I can only go with the talent that's here. Go ahead.
Have you guys heard about the key lime? I don't know what it's called. Frosty key lime. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up because I saved it. It just premiered. They just got it in. It's I've had this picture for like.
Get to it, because I like key lime, and I may be very interested in it.
So it's
Key lime's like my favorite.
it's at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, they got a shake.
It's frosted key lime.
A shake.
It's like their frosted lemonade that they
Starting
have.
March 18th?
Yes.
Whoa, I could go. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I can go for that. Frosted key lime, and that's over at Chick-fil-A?
Yes.
I have to check in.
That just happened. So anyway, yesterday.
All you
first
gotta
day
do
of
is say
spring.
key lime, and you get me. Go ahead.
First day of spring, and then I found out Mountain Treasures has they have their
I was licking my lips because of key lime.
what are those it's wine slushies, the wine slushie machines. But they have one now. It's
You will
pina.
get wine into every episode.
Oh, we're not
wait a
even
minute,
there
did
yet. I
you
haven't peaked yet. So
Did you just say wine slushy?
yeah, so she has wine slushies, and moonshine slushies too. But she has now a pina colada slushie made with Chardonnay. So that's like.
So is this where you hang out?
That's like
now?
I
Is this
told
where
her
we
I
can
was like, when
find
are
you?
you gonna get me some tables so I can sit here and drink my pina colada slushy things with Chardonnay, because that's like two of my favorite things together. Anyway, so first day of spring yesterday. Tomorrow starts Spring Wine Highway with the Wine Growers Association of Georgia. That's it.
Spring Wine Highway.
Yes, Spring
Remember
Wine
that.
Highway.
Spring Wine Highway. Okay.
So you go to the vineyard, you get the passports. The passports have all of the participating vineyards in it, and you go around. You pay like I think $40 or $55. I can't remember the amount. We have it on our website for your passport, and you get to go around to all of the vineyards and do tastings, and they punch your little passport. So anyway, we had a little issue this year with Spring Wine Highway. I'm surprised this isn't breaking news on Fetcher News. It may have been breaking news when it happened, but they didn't realize the impact that it was going to have.
Impact.
So, those of you that don't know, there was a road washout collapse thing from all the rain on Yukon/Jones Mountain Road.
Mm-hmm.
So that has very much disrupted my ability to get from one vineyard to another quickly. Because now there's this one lane single dirt/gravel/ sort of
alternative
route
route
to get around it that's like 17 miles out of the way. So what we did is we have created a detour map for everybody. It's posted.
Oh, that's my life. Sorry, detour map.
We made a better route because we don't want people going that way.
I took a left turn at Albuquerque and ended up in Georgia. I'm sorry you said detour map.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You never watched Bugs Bunny, did you? As a kid?
Did, but
all right. Anyhow, there's a
I've had a lot
detour
of wine
map.
since Bugs
I
Bunny.
mean, we're getting lost here. You're telling this long
so
story. 17-mile detour.
We have a
to
better
get to the
route to
wineries.
get from
Oh,
Fainting
okay.
Goat Vineyards to our vineyards that are located near and around the Cartacay area, which is Chateau Maitre, Cartacay Vineyards, and Ott Farms. So what we've done is instead of taking the Kirby Mountain Road 136 to Yukon/Jones Mountain, you can go Burnt Mountain Road 252 East, which will spit you out right there at BJ Reese Orchards. You just make a quick turn down Clear Creek Road and you're right there. Much quicker.
I'm sorry, folks. Very rude. I'm trying to keep up with my brackets on the basketball. Do you have your brackets filled out? Does Charlie do it? You just don't do that? That's not... You're not into the brackets the whole... Okay. Well, I have mine filled out.
I don't do March Madness.
You don't do March Madness?
I've already had my own March Madness this March. Have you?
There's
done it?
again, it sounds like my life.
Yes.
March Madness, what?
So, that was Spring Wine Highway coming up. We also have spring break coming up, and you know I encourage staycations, right? Right. So I will be here next Thursday. But
You bringing the kids?
no, that's not spring break. Next Thursday, I will be here, and then the following week is spring break. So I may play it by ear because I'll actually be in town because those of y'all don't know, I do staycations.
I would like to see the kids.
Okay. Well, I do staycations on spring break. I come up with all these cool, fun things locally
Yes, she
that
does.
we can do. We've done everything from Fort Mountain State Park to visiting the library to going to Mountain Valley Farms. You know, we staycation visiting Moo Bears and getting ice cream, or I mean, I make the bucket list of staycation activities in LJ.
You do. I've known. Now I'm interrupting, but for years, I know. And I've watched you do an outstanding job. I want to tell the viewers out there, you do an outstanding job, and I'm not joking around, with your kids on spring break in a staycation. You keep them active. There's so many things around here to do that are educational, fun activities for children. That if you're not going away, are you putting something up? Are you going to be posting something?
I usually, like last year, I kind of did it as a personal.
I think people want to know Carla's staycation. Do a graphic and everything. Let's get that going.
The hard thing is weather, because weather always factors in. And
yeah, but there's a list of things to do.
Yeah, last year we did, and I did have a little thing that we went to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens last year. That was a little switch up because my
I understand a staycation is maybe an hour. You can use an hour.
I don't care, because if you live here and you have to staycation, I would rather you, or even if you don't have to staycation, prefer to staycation, because there's so many awesome things in our area, in North Georgia or even Middle Georgia. I mean, all over the state that you can see and do, and you would be so surprised.
I know there's somebody out there right now saying, you're wrong, that I am much better than you at staycation because I go nowhere. I mean, there's somebody out there saying right now that I know who it is, that I am the king of staycation.
Well, I mean, staycation, so definition of staycation is that you support your home for your vacation. You vacation at home. And not at home by meaning like sweatpants and Netflix at home, but like going and visiting areas and things in your area. Like, I really want to take the kids to Talking Rock Nature Preserve, because
I like that.
That's huge this time for us. Like, I want to do that. And, you know, you got to come up with your bucket list. What have you not done in your area that you should do? Is there a waterfall you've never seen? Is there a hike that you've not done that you're like, oh, I need to do that? Oh, did you know Carter's Lake has a welcome center with a wildlife exhibit? Huh, no, didn't know that, never been there.
You know what, I don't, people are going to say that I don't know what you plant at certain times, okay? There's certain times you plant, but I'm already talking to people that are turning their garden, if you don't know what that is. Sorry.
Almost a little early, but you're getting there.
All right, but I'm talking to people that are already starting to turn the ground, just turn the ground, preparing the ground for the garden. I'm talking to people. Then we're getting close to starting to plant certain things, okay? Certain things, it's time for planting. And I know the children your age, I don't know, I'm not talking about really going and making them work on their vacation, spring break, but I tell you what, a couple hours working with someone that is putting their garden out is an outstanding experience. It's an awesome experience for young people. They don't think of it like, well, you want our kids to work. Yes, I would like to see about 3 hours, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to make
work.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Kids love it.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Sure.
They will live. They will live. All right. If they go and work 3 hours, and you know, I know a particular friend of mine that I was talking to yesterday is putting out big garden, and is the perfect person to have young people that are middle school somewhere in that area that are old enough to just spend some time. It's a perfect person to go spend time with about 3 hours. And that's my recommendation. I know maybe I just jumped the tracks, but every kid get an opportunity to work in a garden.
Visit our local extension office. And
Absolutely.
they can probably partner them with
Absolutely.
a master gardener or something
Absolutely.
like that. Our extension office is a great resource for activities for kids or even activities for adults. They have great programming to help with different meal preps and budgeting and different things like that. So, but You
All right,
can-
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No,
I
but
did,
you can
but
definitely
when you start talking
staycation
about
and-
things that
and LJ and plan things for the kids, educational things that would just be fun for them. The library has great programming for the kids during the week of spring break. That's what we should do next week.
what?
I might just finally take Keith up on his offer, and we'll feature the library next week for all the activities that they've got going on.
Yeah, it's about time. Because I
focus
tell you what,
on
they're
spring break.
they're not sending their messages to me.
No.
Ah,
They wanted an
yeah.
invite, and I've been waiting for the right time to plug that. I also wanted to plug real quick before we go out, Easter.
Oh, I like the way you put that. We plug Easter. Easter is coming. We don't plug
Easter's
Easter.
coming. Easter's coming. We're dropping stuff. We're plugging stuff. This is my life. Anyway,
I'm joking.
so I wanted to mention some Easter stuff. If you are looking to fill those Easter baskets or buy some Easter dresses, or you want to look for some Easter activities, I will be plugging lots of Easter stuff over the next couple weeks because Easter's the end of April, so I have some more time. Usually it backs right up to St. Patrick's Day, and it's really hard to plug Easter right after all the St. Patrick's Day stuff. But anyway, great places downtown. Right now, Wednesday's got great Easter dresses. I know Mountain Treasures is doing some custom Easter baskets. Small, cool little things that you can put in the Easter baskets at lots of our downtown shops. You can get chocolate at Fudge and Company to put in the Easter baskets. So try to think about that when you're thinking about Easter. Think local, because there's so many places downtown that you can get some great local stuff for your Easter baskets and to get ready for Easter. And we'll be sharing some Easter activities. Every year, the First Baptist Church does the Passion Play downtown, so we'll be sharing information about that as we get a little closer, but we'll definitely be giving you lots of information as we get a little closer to Easter and some staycation ideas for spring break.
You know, you went into that, and I appreciate that. You said Easter dresses. Am I about to blow everything up if I say Easter bonnet? Is that do they still say that anymore? They don't say Easter bonnet, but nobody gets the.
I don't know.
Okay, all right, folks. We're running a little long, but we're not leaving this alone. Now, I'm not very politically correct, so I try really hard to just gingerly say things. So
you do?
Yeah, I try really hard. So yes, so you're a little girl. And it's it's Easter, and you went out and you got an Easter dress. You did not get a nice little hat.
I've had a lot of wine since then.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Just saying.
Ask
I hope
my mom.
I mean, I thought it was when I was a kid. Oh God.
I don't remember ever putting a bonnet on any of my kids.
Well, we called it a bonnet. When I was a kid...
They did have those cute little white Easter hats.
We are running long. I know, folks, we're running long. But when I was a kid, one more time, I always have my when I was a kid story. When I was a kid, it was great going to church on Easter Sunday morning to see all the little guys in their suits, their new Easter suit. All right? I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. All the little guys, and I was one of the little guys in the Easter suit with my tie. And all the ladies and all the little girls in their pretty little dresses with their hat. Sorry if I messed up the whole world by saying that. But I am going to say this. Carla's Corner, thank you very much for watching. But don't forget, everything we talk about, Easter, what's happening out there, you can find on their website. And all you have to do is go to GilmerChamber.com. And there you go, right there it is, Small Town Big Vision. And also, if you get an invite to like Pick Ellijay, we want to do that, Pick Ellijay, don't forget, new marketing thing we're working on here. And also click here, you can see the calendar of events, everything we've talked about, everything that's upcoming. is right there under the categories in the calendar of events. But as you can see, the phone number and a way to contact them if you can't find something is right there. So you can call them. And you can also visit, Josh, let's come back. You can also visit one of the two welcome centers at 515 North. Big sign says Gilmer Chamber. Stop in there and say hello. But if you're on the square in downtown Ellijay and you're wondering what's going on, stop in the Gilmer Chamber Downtown Welcome Center. Two places to serve you better. Hey, staycation. Carla's going to give us all kinds of ideas next week. We got to go. Tax tips with Beth Bennett next. And then after that, I will return to close out the show with maybe some political discussion.
Yeah, I noticed how he plugged that this morning on his Facebook and didn't mention Carla's Corner. Just putting that out there. Fetcher News mentioned Carla's Corner.
Okay.
I retweeted that, but not this guy.
Oh, please take us to break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
We're all about truck discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $14,000 off new Silverados or up to $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. The new truck inventory is huge, but the discounts are even bigger with thousands in savings guaranteed. So when you think trucks, think Days Chevrolet in Jasper, the North Georgia Mountain's #1 volume Chevy dealer, where new Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
I don't hold it in.
Hey folks, we're back and I'm your host BKP H&R Block. Wait a minute, let me put my glasses on here. Well, there's our special guest. We're glad I'm sorry, that's just me. This is Tax Tips H&R Block with Beth Bennett. Can we put in friend or something, or what are we supposed to? If she shows up like this, or what are we supposed to do with the Beth Bennett and Crystal, or how are we supposed to?
I don't know. What do you want to call her? I call her lots of names.
Slave child.
Whoa, easy. This is a live show. Hey, folks, it's time for Tax Tips H&R Block with Beth Bennett, and we are so glad to have Crystal. Now, are we going to tell them, like, Crystal's your daughter? Should we tell them that?
I think most people know.
Do they?
We can tell them that she's my daughter.
Because I want to say something before we get started, because this segment, I was so happy when I heard that Crystal's going to join us. Welcome, Crystal, this morning, because I love everything about small business, family business, and you guys bring all that to the table. You have several locations, but still yet you operate as a small business and a family business.
We do.
And so I am glad to have you this morning, Crystal, with us for our tax tips.
Well, thank you for having me this morning, Brian.
You're welcome. Did you rehearse that?
No, I'm actually trying to be polite.
She
this
said
morning.
she was just going to sit here and look pretty and be quiet.
I did.
It didn't last long, did it?
No.
I knew she didn't have it.
Oh, I enjoy this so much. But let's get serious. Tax tips. Now we are approaching April, which most people think of April 15th as the deadline. But there's a lot of other dates that happen where your taxes are concerned throughout the year that people don't highlight as much, and you want to do that this morning.
Correct, and tomorrow is one of those deadlines. Tomorrow, March the 15th, is the deadline for all business returns. If you are an S corporation, a partnership, an estate, or a trust, any return that generates a K-1 that flows through to your personal return, all those returns are due tomorrow. So you want to make sure you get in and get those filed. If you can't get in and get them filed, make sure you get your extension done. As Brian says on every show we do, we'll be open early, open late, and do whatever we can to accommodate your schedule. Make sure you get it filed, though, because that penalty for not filing timely is a terrible one. It is $100 per month that you're late per member. So if you're 1 month late and there's 4 people on your corporation, it's $400 per month. That's the penalty. And they are very stingy about waiving those penalties. They generally won't. So make sure you file timely or get your extension filed.
Now, does that include LLCs?
So, yes and no. LLC is an umbrella, and then you can be any of these under that LLC, or you could be a sole proprietor, and a sole proprietor just goes on the personal return itself. So, again, yes and no. That's the funny thing about taxes. There's so many but ifs in there.
Well, when it comes to business, folks, as you hear, tomorrow's the final day to file your quarterly. Or your, wait a minute.
Nope.
What did I get wrong?
This is for your business return. For
business
tax return. For
business tax
S
return.
corporation, partnership, estate, and a trust return. Yep. Any of those 4 types of returns, they need to be filed by tomorrow midnight.
Well, just like I asked on the LLC, folks, this is the one thing. Some people are looking for a lot of times, and they'll say a tax preparer, and although you do prepare taxes, yes you do, but that is just the tip of what you offer as the services in your company, that you have several locations. So you don't just prepare tax returns. There's a lot of other things you do. You handle business taxes and so forth. So tell people what other things you guys do other than just prepare a return.
So we don't just prepare personal tax returns. We can prepare any business tax return. We do bookkeeping. We do payroll. We can start your corporation, your LLC, your S corp, your partnership. Help you with anything that has anything to do with taxes, payroll, and bookkeeping.
How many?
We also help with the personal property tax that the county is currently sending out to the businesses around the county. You have to turn those in by April 1st. A lot of people are bringing those in now to get help with those.
So personal property taxes for business, right now there's, when they get those notifications out, you can help them on what they have to declare and
Yes, sir.
what's not really in.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
My opinion, it's double dipping, but whatever. That's just my opinion.
Oh, can you give us your opinion real quick?
Well, you know, you pay sales tax on all of our, so you pay it in here, every piece of furniture and equipment you have, right? Why do we pay property tax on that?
Yeah.
It's not fair.
I'm
It's
with
not right.
you. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. I was wondering.
Then we got to
how-
claim it. The city, the county's taxing you on it. Some of them you got to pay it twice to the city and the county. What's up with that?
I'm with you. I was wondering how long
I'm
before.
going to elect you so you can change all those things.
No,
What do you think, Crystal?
Oh.
We could be your campaign managers.
Easy.
like it.
This segment's going right off the rails. This is
Yep.
tax tips with H&R Block. This is not launching a campaign. But I do agree with the property tax.
I don't like them.
Gosh, we can't. You can come back for a different segment. You let me know anytime you want to come back with
Brian for commissioner?
No.
I like it.
No, a different segment where we can
talk to Lisa.
where we discuss what we agree on as far as taxes and things like that.
Okay.
We'll do that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Making me nervous.
All right, you want to start talking about business returns?
Yeah, let's do
Get you off
that.
the
Let's
chopping board?
do that.
Okay, so on the business return, some of the changes for this year is meals. That's a big change. You can no longer take off on your tax return if you bought lunch for the office. If everyone's working and you don't want them to leave, you know, like I'm a slave driver.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And, you know, so lots of times I buy lunch for the
You
office.
can't deduct that anymore.
You can no longer deduct that. You can still deduct meals, like if you're a salesman, a real estate broker, and you're taking
Right.
clients out for a meal and trying to close a deal. You can still take that. If you're having a Christmas party or celebration, something like that, meetings and events, you can take those meals. You can't take it just to buy lunch for everyone that's working with you that day. That doesn't count anymore. And I think that's terrible. Why can't you be good to your people? It's just not
I
fair.
agree.
It should
Yeah,
still
I
be
mean,
tax deductible,
When
right?
you're a slave driver, you need to be good to your people.
I sent them all flowers on Employee Appreciation
She
Day.
did, and they were super pretty.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
Let's
Did
get
you
back-
send your
No,
flowers?
let's get back to taxes.
Okay. Entertainment. There's another big one. I think we talked about that before. You can no longer take entertainment as a
Nobody
tax
sends
deduction.
me nothing on Boss's Day.
I didn't get
I'm not
nothing
sending
either.
them any flowers on Employee Day. You got
I
it?
got nothing.
I
No
didn't mean- I
chocolate,
didn't mean
no
to get
Mountain
worked
Dew,
up.
no nothing.
Business taxes. Let's get back to that.
Entertainment's no longer deductible. So, you know, like construction companies, they all work together, you know, and they'll give you tickets to a ball game or play golf together, or the chamber does a golf tournament as a fundraiser, right? And maybe your business puts 4 guys in it as a team. You can no longer do the golf portion as a tax deduction. You can sponsor that golf tournament as advertisement, but you cannot take off your players playing golf as a tax deduction anymore. No entertainment, no concerts. You know, like we go to convention every year with H&R Block, and they do one big show. We go to concert, Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil shows, something like that every year. We'll go to something big like that, and that's no longer a tax deduction for them. So that's
Wow.
big for a lot of people, you know. I mean, you were in like that business of, you know, sales and doing the fireplaces, and what did you do before? Insulation? Didn't
right.
you have a lot of trading that went
We
amongst
went
that?
we went to a lot of trade shows and things like that, and we did a lot of stuff like that. And at that time, it was tax deductible.
Right. I mean, but there was a lot of that went on where you went to games together, and it was just kind of companies just building relationships, and now that's no longer tax deductible. So that'll be a big surprise for a lot of people, I think, because I keep running into so many people that are shocked by the tax law change that they had no idea. I still keep getting hit by, and we talked about it last month, why is my refund so much smaller than last year? Nobody listened last year to what everyone was talking about in the tax law changes. So everyone is shocked, and so I think a lot of businesses are going to be very surprised when they file their taxes this year. And I hate that, but be prepared, because it's going to be different than what you're expecting.
So you don't have nowhere near the write-offs and the deductions that you've had in the past.
Well, that's two that went away. But they did make some good and positive changes, like they increased the Section 179, which is the immediate expensing of some of the assets, and one I think it's great, and I don't think there's that many here around us that'll utilize it up to it went from limiting it from 500,000 to $1 million. I mean, that's out of my ballpark. I'm not in that size business, but like I had to replace the heat and AC unit at one of my offices last year, and so I got to depreciate that over 5 or 7 years. I don't remember the number, right? Which cost me, $6,000. I can write that off immediately this year now if it would have happened this year. Not that I'm praying to have to replace
So
another one.
you can't upfront the full value of your depreciation.
Yeah. So one of the great big things you can now.
You can now.
This year, that's brand new this year. You can now. They increased that. They opened it up to more things like a roof. A roof on a building, on a business building, not residential, not your home, but on a business building, used to have to be depreciated over 39 and a half years. Have you ever had a roof last that long?
Lord, no.
The roofing shingles don't. I mean, you can get the long warranty, but standard roofing shingles is like 30-year shingles and
Right. So
30-year shingles.
But none of them ever really last that
Right.
long, right? So a roof would be some businesses might have 2, possibly 3 roofs on one tax return depreciating, and that roof's long gone. So you can now expense that out. So if you've got to replace a roof on a building this year and it costs, I don't know what a roof costs, 10, 15,000. Is that about right? You can expense that out right off. Where before, and you spent all the money this year, so why can't I take it this year, right? That was my thoughts. But you used to have to little bit every year over 39 and a half years. So now you can take that all in one shot, which I think is a great change that they made for a business. And you can do that on many different business equipment and things that you couldn't before. So I love that one. I think that's a great one. Mileage went up from 53 cents to 58, and that's a really positive change, especially that, well, gas just recently in the last week or so went up, but it's been going down.
Right.
It's the lowest gas price we've been in years, so I would have expected it to go back down, and so mileage went up by 5 cents, so that's really nice.
Right. So if you're a business and you own company vehicles, you can expense 58 cents.
It doesn't have to be a company vehicle.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but you can expense the use of vehicles at 58 cents a mile. So that's what you're saying.
Yep, or your personal, like I drive my own personal vehicle and I go from here to Hartwell, Commerce, Jefferson, Cornelia, Chatsworth, and I track my mileage as business miles, and that's 58 cents a mile that I get to deduct.
I've got a program on my phone that keeps up with it.
Yep, that's a good thing. We don't encourage that a lot. We highly encourage that you still keep a regular log, like a calendar or a book. We did have an audit a couple years ago, and the auditors at the IRS did not accept that. Doesn't make any sense. Everything's electronic today. Why would they not keep that? Why would they not accept that? But they did not accept that on that person's audit. So I get that. Keep it, and maybe once a week or something, go back and keep on a calendar of.
Okay, I see.
They like hard copies.
Yeah. Yeah, they are not keeping up with the times.
They're behind the times at the IRS.
Imagine that, the government behind times.
Anything else we need to cover this morning?
QBID, the qualified business income deduction, and yeah, that's a big one. That's that you can deduct up to 20% of your business income from being taxed. So that's a nice one. Again, just make it easy. If you made $10,000 as your taxable income, 20% of that could get wiped away. So the bigger that number is, the bigger the deduction is. And there's some limitations and some phase outs, but that's a nice another positive for it. So some small things went away, because meals, you only got sick meals at 50% anyway, so that wasn't that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
So tomorrow's the last day to file the business taxes, S corp, partnerships. What do you have there?
Estates and trusts.
And that's tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow is that deadline, so make sure you get in and get filed. If you can't get the return done, if you don't have all your papers together to get those filed, file that extension.
Folks, H&R Block with Beth Bennett here, they will work with your schedule. How many locations do you have?
We have 8 locations in 6 different cities.
8 locations in 6 different cities. So there's 8 different places, And we'll add Crystal in here in this conversation. Crystal, you may not know it, but I know you have office hours, but she always comes on here and says that if you will call the number and you can't get there during the office hours, you guys will figure out how to meet with the person and help them get their taxes prepared, right?
Yes, sir.
And so that is where you actually call her a slave driver?
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we have proof with us this morning. I don't think you are, okay?
They do.
I think you're just helping the customer out. They think you're a slave driver. We have proof this morning that, yes, Beth Bennett and the entire staff at their 8 locations in how many different cities?
6.
6. I almost said it. 8 locations in 6 different cities. If you'll call that number, they will make sure that they'll make arrangements with you to help you get your business taxes done. So don't just think of them as April 15 and rushing in to prepare a personal tax return. They have so many other services they offer. Also, if you're getting those personal property tax notices from your local county and you need help sorting through those to file that return back to the county, they can help you with that. I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for coming in, Crystal. She kind of like validated some things.
Yeah, she's good to have.
Yeah, we've heard you're a slave driver, and we wanted evidence. Anyhow, folks, there's the number on the screen. Family business, I love everything. I love everything about promoting and highlighting small business and family business, and I'm glad we were able to do that today. Again, thank you for coming in, Crystal. You can reach them at that number, and they will help you any way they can. Also, these segments are on our YouTube channel, FYN TV, Fetch Your News, YouTube. There's a playlist that says H&R Block Tax Tips with Beth Bennett, and you can watch all the segments because there's a lot of great information, and share it with your friends. We're going to take a brief break, and we'll come back right after this and get back into some political conversation.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
We're all about truck discounts at Days Chevrolet in Jasper. Now save up to $14,000 off new Silverados or up to $8,000 off new Chevy Colorados. The new truck inventory is huge, but the discounts are even bigger with thousands in savings guaranteed. So when you think trucks, think Days Chevrolet in Jasper, the North Georgia Mountains #1 volume Chevy dealer, where new Chevy trucks cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Elijah next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Elijah, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Welcome to Mountain Valley Motors. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles available, plus a wide selection of quality used vehicles. Located at 7535 Appalachian Highway in Blue Ridge, we treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. We know that you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, we enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow us to demonstrate our commitment to excellence. Our experienced sales staff is eager to share its knowledge and enthusiasm with you. We encourage you to browse our online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. Visit us online or call us at 706-516-1053.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And as we wrap up this morning, I got a couple things I want to share with you. First, put all the ways you can follow us on social media right there. You can contact, now write this number down. You can contact this number right here. You can text that number at any time, email me, and there's all the social media ways. And the reason you want to pay attention to the number, because I want to talk to our audience just a second, just a moment. Put up Candace's card there, the Freedom Zone, okay? And the Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free. So right after this show today, every Thursday, Candace has a show that airs at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, I just want to say this, okay? If you have been in broadcasting, sure, okay? If you have a background in broadcasting, sure. But if you don't have a background in broadcasting, and you say to yourself, I want to do a show, I have good information, I sit at home, I know more, and it's out there. I know more. I understand the truth better than these people that are out there spewing these lies in this time when we need the truth. Call me. Now, I started this show, I'm going on 4 years. I started this show 4 years ago. Now what I'm about to say is so backwards, but I'm probably no more grammatically correct today than 4 years ago. I know. Double negatives, prepositions. I mean, it's a struggle and a stretch for me. But I tell you what I do know. I know Glenn Simpson and Fusion GPS and Hillary Clinton wiped that server clean, and I know Brian Pagliano. That I know. And you do too. So 4 years ago, I started this show and I worked on it, and I would have so many of our viewers out there. And so many of our viewers, you are and have always been, my audience that critiques me right from the start. All right? We started in an office over here, and, I would get the email. I get the text messages. Stop tapping on the table. Oh, sorry. I would get the text messages. Would you get your message together before you start a segment, please? I will get them. Quit saying the same thing over and over and over. Okay, I get it. But I have never broadcast anything in my life 4 years ago, and I just turned on a camera and said, let's do this. So several months ago, I met Candace, and Candace, hey, I want to do a show. Now, she writes a great article, an absolutely great article that you can find in our opinion section on FetcherNews.com, and she's going to pick up writing and putting her articles there. Now, next week, we will have a card where you can contact her, give her information, and be kind, but help critique her show. Because she's never done any broadcasting, just like myself, just like maybe you out there, but she knows her information. She keeps up with what's going on. So, the Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free, every Thursday at 10 a.m., and then you can go to YouTube, FYN-TV, Fetcher News YouTube channel, and find the playlist. Today makes her third episode, and it's coming along, and she's trying some different things. But we have a great treasure right here of information, and as she continues, watch what happens to this show. So the reason I wanted to highlight it is, one, it comes on at 10 o'clock today, and two, if you're sitting out there and you think, hey, you know what, I will tell you this, if you bring it, all right, if you see, Candace didn't do that. She didn't say, I think I would like it. She's bringing it, okay? So if you think you would like to do a show and say, I always want an opportunity, okay? And you call me up, you have the number earlier I gave you, and you bring it, I will help you. I will help you all the way through. Do everything we can. I'll help you. So there you go. Okay, 10 o'clock. Second thing, you can leave that up there for a minute so people know. The second thing I want to highlight is starting Monday. What's the day? Thursday? Hell, I got a lot of work to do. Starting Monday, I will start doing a segment, okay? A daily segment on local information. Now, if you go to fetchyournews.com, and actually, can we put up fetchyournews.com? Put up the whole thing over me for just 10 seconds so you can see it, all right? Because I'm going to explain to you what we're going to do here. The whole site right over top of me that show all the counties, all right? And let me take this minute. Take a minute there, Josh. Monday we are going to start a local segments, okay? To focus on. Now, they're going to have a lot of my opinion in them, as you would already guess, okay? Going to be facts and opinion mixed together. Oh, that'd be pretty good. My opinion along with facts. Wonder what that is. So, go put it up. Now, folks, as you can see, there's fetchyournews.com and there's the home screen. If you look, there's Gilmer, Fannin, Pickens, Union, Dawson, White, Towns, Murray, Lumpkin, and we've added Rabun, okay? That is our Georgia counties across the top. We are growing those counties. We're looking for a reporter in Rabun. We're looking for another reporter. We have two, one full-time and one part-time. We're looking for another reporter for the Dawson, White, Lumpkin area. And we're looking for another reporter for the North Carolina and Union County area. That being said, we've got about 6 or 7 out there now. Can you scroll down? Is that live? Because you can't scroll. Okay, that's fine. But because the news there. So as you can see now, we have ventured into North Carolina. There's Cherokee County, North Carolina at the top. And over to the left, you're missing the C, but that you can scroll. He figured, Josh, all right, as you can see, don't go yet. All right, now you have Clay County, North Carolina. Let me ask you another thing. Can you hover over one of those counties? Well, don't do it yet, but scroll down. So that's the main. I'll show you to pick your county in a minute. Okay, now you have going down. You have Union County school officials dealing with sexting, audio 911 tape, go on down. Now you see all the top stories. Now you see the counties, okay? As you can see, all the counties down through there. All right, keep going. Union. If you click on those counties, all right, you can go right to them, but you can see what's happening, and that's the main fetchyournews.com. Now, let's go back up while we got it. This is going great. Let's go back up, and let's just click on, let's just take Gilmer County. We'll start there because that's the first one. Click on Gilmer. All right, now you're in Gilmer County. You pick your county. Now, all I want you to do is scroll, go back. There's sports, all right? Go back up a little bit. All I want you to do is to hover over the news. Now, when you hover over the news, you see you have videos, local news, state news, national news, arrest records. So people will ask us all the time, politics, business. But if you just click on news there. Click on the news. Now go down. LJ City Council meeting Monday the 18th. Community coaches policy revision. Now stay right there. In the local, there's a lot of conversation around community coaches policy revision draws attention. Lay coaches, what do you think about lay coaches? Well, Gilmer County is getting ready to put a new policy in that won't eliminate lay coaches, but will make it to where there may be less. So what's your take on that? Going down, there's the city council meeting. Bobcat Trail reopens. There is the new fire chief going down. and you continue to get that, and you say, well, I want to find something that happened 3 weeks ago. Going down, Gilmer School earns 100 on health score. And as you can see in the bottom left there, under that ad from the spa, you can go next. There's 256 pages in Gilmer County alone. You can just keep going back and back, and you say, well, the news is not on the front. Just keep going back. Click on news. So go all the way back to the top. All right. And now click on that. Let's see. I don't know if it works. Click on that big FYN banner. That big FYN banner up there, the one in the far left corner, just says FYN with scoop sticking out. Did you click on that? Okay. See, so you click up there, FYN, and you go back to the home page. And let's switch over to, just to have something to do here, let's switch over to Towns County. So you go over to, see, there he is. Click on Towns. Now you're on Towns County. Chautauqua Regional Hospital awarded 5-star quality news, and you can do the same thing there. So take us back to me because we're running out of time. But here's the point I wanted to make is starting Monday, we are going to talk about local news. And it's not going to take the place of the national. It's going to be its own segment. And I'm going to do local. All right? We're going to start Monday with the first thing is the death of Terry Silvers in Towns County. And the reaction to that by Towns County Sheriff Chris Clinton. Okay? So we're going to break that down on Monday. We're going to try to get some guests on the line to interview, and we're going to start with that one. Okay? We have several stories in North Georgia, and we're going to start doing them here, right here. Like I said, I'm going to be straight. I want to look you right in the camera, okay? I will bring the facts. I promise. I will not sensationalize things and bring things in that are not ready. But I am not able to do anything like that without my opinion. So that's what you're going to get. You're not going to get this clean cut. I'm not putting the tie on and looking in. I'm not going to lie to you like Brian Williams at NBC put the tie on and look at the camera. So there you go. All right, now, that starts Monday, and we'll get that. Okay, Josh. Let's see what we got here. I had it just a minute ago. Let's finish up. Let's wrap up. Let's go to number 2 real quick, Josh. Number 2, they have infiltrated Fox News. Be careful, folks. Be very afraid. When Fox News feels they need to bring in Donna Brazile, just caution, really. I can't say no more. Caution, okay? Something's bad wrong over there. Number 5, Johnny Isaacson, senator, okay? I want to say this very politely. Johnny is ill. He's ill. Johnny's ill. When the TV, look, Johnny Isaacson, the senator, for years in polling, has been considered the most likable politician in the state of Georgia. All right. Now Johnny has a chance to come home and end his life whenever the good Lord decides. Don't get all worked up. He has an opportunity to come home, let his life end as one of the most popular, likable politicians ever in the state of Georgia. Now, he barked yesterday about what President Trump said about John McCain. You and I, we're not going down that rabbit trail, but you and I know John McCain, the truth of what he did on Obamacare, the truth of what he did on the dossier, the truth, the lies he told. We know all that. So we can't go down that road. We know how deep state John McCain was, and so he got his presidential funeral that he wanted. That's not a senator's funeral. Folks, you're going to pick up the newspaper and you're going to hear senators die, not all the time, but you're going to hear about what John McCain got was a presidential style funeral. Not every senator does that. Some may, But most senators go back home, have a funeral. President or, you know, sitting dignitary will show up at the funeral, and they bury him down at the old cemetery where he was raised, in the hometown where he was raised. I mean, so all the thing is, the president's just trying to tell you, do you realize McCain asked for more than almost anybody ever gets, and we had to approve it because it's not on the list. That being said, Johnny needs to come home. Johnny is ill. Now, something I want to tell you, that they make sure they surround Johnny all the way when he goes to events, so you can't see him on a walker. They make sure that you don't get pictures of him on a walker. They make sure you don't get pictures of people with one on one arm and one on the other trying to get him somewhere or lower him down into a chair. They do everything to stop that, okay? You don't see it on the Senate floor. Like this picture here, Johnny's at a radio station. He's at a radio station, Georgia Public Broadcast. Johnny needs to go home. You don't see Johnny coming into this room and sitting down, and I doubt you ever will see that again. He is ill. Come home, Johnny, and end your career as the most lovable, well-liked politician ever in the state of Georgia, but you need to do it now. That's that. I wanted to get that out. Number 7, packing the court packing. Number 7, now we're hearing the next flamethrow, and Buttigieg really articulated it. Mayor Pete. Oh, here's number 19. Let me show you number 19. They got it right on CNN, 4:09 a.m. Trump attacks Mueller. McCain Conway says he never got a thank you for Senator McCain. There's Johnny Isakson. We'll leave that out of the picture. Okay, so let me see which one I don't want to miss before we leave. Packing the court. Go back to packing the court. Okay. They're doing, that's number 7, Josh. They're doing everything. This is a new one. They want 15. Just go back and read what Roosevelt wanted to do. Packing the court is unconstitutional. The Founding Fathers wrote it this way because they figured that well, I don't want to get into that because we don't have time. It's 5:53. But packing the court is unconstitutional. Now, I want to go with this. Give me number 9. This morning, I told you yesterday morning, okay, not trying to cause a big issue, but the MSNBC opened up at 6 a.m. this morning. You see it's 4:07 on the clock. They stayed almost 10 minutes on. Yesterday they had Mayor Pete Buttigieg from South Bend, Indiana, that is a presidential candidate, and they did 10 minutes on normalizing his gay marriage and his religion. They're working hard. Now, today, they opened up with another 10 minutes, the appeal of Mayor Pete Buttigieg. They are doing everything. Presidential candidate fights for name. The appeal. They went head over heels for him this morning. Talked about Republicans. Go to number 8. Republicans. They talked about Republicans that were texting and saying they're going to support Mayor Buttigieg. Number 6. Okay, court packing there. Buttigieg has really brought that to the forefront. So let me ask you this. Now, he is gay. I want to go with number 4. This is very serious. I'm not joking, okay? If you want to know where this country is going, have you been on Facebook and see it says sponsored, okay? I actually know how Facebook works. Find LGBT welcoming businesses in Atlanta, attorneys, jewelers, restaurants, and more. New businesses added daily. Shop with confidence. Have you been invited to the Gayborhood? I'm not joking. Right there it is. Gayborhood. You see it's sponsored, okay? Now what they do, all right, you can make all the jokes you want because we got to go. I keep on my Facebook page, I keep getting invited to the Gayborhood, and it says sponsored. Now what they do is if you go in, and we know how it works on Facebook, you could drill down, you can have a circumference there, a zone, and you could say, I want in this zone. You could pick zip codes. So what they do is they pick Atlanta and you start stretching it out and you go out maybe 100 miles or whatever. You pick zones. Wonder why they picked up here in North Georgia. But anyhow, have you been invited to the neighborhood? Just wanted to ask, what's my final? Let's close with this. I don't have enough time. Let's go with number 23. New Zealand to ban assault weapons. Okay. Number 24, Fox. New Zealand bans high-powered military style. Look at the way it's written, military style. Military style, folks. We do not, in America, sell military weapons. We do not sell military-grade weapons. But they make sure they write military-style weapons. This is even on Fox News. Okay? And here is number 20. This is the Prime Minister right there announcing that they will be, at the end of the week, against the law that fast, against the law, and you'll have so much time to turn them in because you are breaking the law after Friday. Turn your guns in. No, could never happen here. I'm your host. Put Candace's card up. I'm your host, BKP. Tomorrow morning, we will be in Blue Ridge at Circuit World, but right now, you stay tuned because after these commercials, the Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free. Enjoy.